4.3 on the topic Rise of Solopreneurship, Benefits and Drawbacks. We're delighted to have you all join us once again as we continue our exploration of this fascinating topic. Although I can see a lot of faces in this session, I guess there are a lot yet to join. I would like to again request all the participants to keep their webcams on throughout the session. Indeed, it's actually wonderful to see familiar faces and new participants joining us today. We hope you all had a restful day yesterday and are ready to again dive into another session of Conference 4.3 on the topic Rise of Solopreneurship, Benefits and Drawbacks. And obviously, we shall have a lot of valuable insights and discussions today. So today again, we have an exceptional lineup of speakers who bring us a wealth of knowledge and practical insights to this table. So without further delay, let's introduce our esteemed speakers for today's session. Our first speaker for today is none other than Mr. Dinesh Vaswani, who is a resident of Bhagyanagar, Telangana. He has a total work experience of more than 13 years, and after working for multiple MNCs and startups for over a decade, he decided to change course and be his own boss. The idea of starting off as a solopreneur was equally exciting as much as it was liberating. To be able to drive change combined with growth, most importantly with impact, taking center stage, gave him utmost satisfaction. Our next speaker for today is none other than Mr. Mohit Kumar, who with a passion for helping others succeed, is a seasoned coach, consultant, and content writer. He specializes in coaching and consulting, guiding aspiring professionals to overcome challenges, develop strategic mindsets, and achieve their goals. He specializes in coaching and consulting, strategic mindset development, goal achievement, resilience, and personal growth, solopreneurship, and sustainable career building. Mohitji's work focuses on providing practical solutions, motivational storytelling, and equipping individuals with the tools needed for success in an ever-evolving business landscape. Now,
next up we have Mr. Hansal Sapkota. Hansal Sapkota is a writer, digital creator, and a lifelong learner with an unshakable curiosity about the world. Passionate about exploring ideas, he constantly seeks to understand and question different industries, helping others learn and grow along the way. As a Notion expert, he creates digital tools to enhance productivity and organization. Hansal enjoys every moment of life, finds inspiration in books, and believes in continuous self improvement. He has a broad perspective and can speak on various topics, particularly on solopreneurship, personal growth, and how to build and scale ideas effectively.
Next up, we have Ms. Rupa Trivedi, who is the founder of Future Tech Vista, an IT consulting firm specializing in digital transformation, cloud solutions, and cybersecurity solutions. With over 18 years plus experience in the IT industry, Rupaji has exclusive expertise in Java architecture, GCP, pre-sales, and network security. She has also successfully transitioned into solopreneurship. Her journey reflects resilience, innovation, and a passion for empowering businesses with technology-driven solutions. As a solopreneur, Rupaji actively navigates the challenges and rewards of running a venture independently while fostering industry collaborations and mentorship.
Next, we have Mr. Shravan Galipalli. He is a dedicated solopreneur with a passion for empowering individuals to realize their entrepreneurial potential. With extensive experience in building and scaling ventures, he has honed his skills in innovation, strategic planning, and leadership. His journey in building innovative companies has taught him that success comes from a blend of creative risk-taking and disciplined execution. He's committed to sharing actionable insights that can help others navigate the evolving landscape of entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Ms. Bajpai. Next up, we have none other than Mr. Saurabh Singh, our last speaker for today, who is an engineer turned SEO content writer with 3 years of experience crafting engaging, technology-driven content across various platforms. Currently, Saurabhji works as a creative content writer at WorkMob, wherein he has authored 300 plus articles, helping brands enhance their web presence and connect with their target audiences effectively. He specializes in SaaS and AI-driven automation, focusing on content strategies that drive engagement and SEO growth. Additionally, Saurabh also runs a company centered on personal branding and content writing, assisting clients with post writing and brand storytelling. We are grateful for all of your presence and eagerly anticipate your valuable insights and contributions to today's conference session. We'd also like to inform all of our panelists and attendees alike that the HR team is conducting polls in the chat box throughout the session, and we encourage active participation from all attendees. Now, before we proceed, I would like to again request all the participants who have just joined us now to kindly switch on your webcams and ensure that a two-way engagement can occur throughout the session. Naveen Kumar, Nirangshu, Yasin, Mehak, SDS, Shivanshu, Ayushi Tyagi, if you can please switch on your webcams, it would be a pleasure. Sure. Now, moving ahead, I would like to invite Mr. Dinesh Vashwani to share his perspectives. Yeah, Dinesh, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So my name is Dinesh Vaswani. I have been working for more than a decade in corporates and startups alike. So initially, I started off as a quality analyst with Google, and I was handling a team of around 20 people. With due course of time, I realized that the job markets and the whole job domain was shifting towards, or you can say tilting towards, digital domains. So that is when I got into the field of digital marketing. Like I was lucky enough to have worked with a client like Facebook, where I was a content review analyst, and that gave me a sense of the future as to how and why digital marketing would be taking over the world in a couple of years going ahead. So that's when I completely deep dived into the world of digital marketing and content creation. And since then, there's no looking back. I have worked for a lot of corporates and startups where I have provided my content writing services and digital marketing services to help the brands grow. In some cases, attain visibility, and in some cases, drive revenue as well. So it's been a combination of these three aspects, and apart from that, it has personally changed my view of the world as well. As we know that we are in the industrial revolution 4.0, and from here onwards, there's going to be a lot of technology in our day-to-day lives, as we can see. Like the first example and the foremost is this conference that is being held on a platform where it's connecting all of us from different states, maybe different countries as well. And this is one classic example how technology is shaping our day-to-day life. So yeah, having worked for over a decade in the field of content and digital marketing, I've it was not monotonous, to be honest. It was not monotonous. Just that I wanted to give uh, the my own approach, or you can say my own creativity to the kind of work I do. Like rather than falling into the the trap of the client wants this the way he wants, or the client wants it that way, so do it that way. So that is when I started thinking independently, and I started taking up some clients on a freelance basis. And that is where I got some like-minded clients where they gave me the freedom to work as per my approach, and without amending the way I was willing to work. So that gave me a little bit of confidence boost. And since then, it's been like around 2 years now that I have been handling different clients in the political field, in the technology field, and in electric vehicles field, where I have luckily met some like-minded people who have given me that freedom and that leverage to handle their accounts in a way that is more suited to me, and not like what they have heard from someone and they would try to impose on me. So that is one feeling of liberation that I also mentioned in my introduction, right? So that feeling of liberation as a solopreneur is definitely one of the positive aspects of being a solopreneur. Apart from that, most equally important is the work life balance. balance, which is hard, even if you run your own company. The solopreneur, also being kind of a founder or a CEO, here you have the liberty to decide as to when and how you would like to spend your day. Right. So you plan your day, your clients, your deadlines, the way you want to. That is one feeling of freedom that I definitely went after, and I achieved it. After working for a decade for different bosses under them, I felt so relieved as soon as I became a solopreneur. Uh, uh, Obviously, when for most of you who are new to this field or this terminology, it might be like an intriguing word. Like, what is a solopreneur? So, let me give you a context about it. Solopreneurs basically are same working people who are professionals who have ambitions to grow, have a career plan. But the only difference between a solopreneur and an employee is that they don't take orders from any person above them. So they decide the course of action, they build the strategies for the clients and for themselves, and they go ahead with them. So there is no like the kind of the what I was looking for, the kind of compromise, what an employee does in his job or his her job is minimal here when you're a solopreneur. So yeah, so that's the context about what a solopreneur is and what he or she does. So moving ahead with the journey, right now I'm handling like around 5 clients, and they are all from different fields. But the fact that I've worked as a employee for so many years also, has helped me to basically cope up with the pressures and to plan my day in a more productive way. So definitely the work as an employee that I've done in the past has given me some context about how to be a better solopreneur. But definitely the road ahead is more exciting, and I'm looking forward to work with more clients and ensure that the best I can do as per my capabilities and the creativity that I have used in so many years of my professional experience. I can definitely amplify it here as a solopreneur, because here there is no threshold for your creativity to bloom. So basically, that is another aspect of solopreneur that I cherish in the current moment. Coming to the cons, I hardly feel there are any cons, but sometimes it feels like working as a part of a team was a little more social. So the social life, yeah, when you're working as a solopreneur, you have your social life, but definitely you have at the back of your mind that you have to complete these targets as a solopreneur, because you are the one man standing, and that is how you run the show. So there are moments when the spirit of teamwork is definitely missing. But yeah, once you decide that you have to progress on your own terms in your own professional career, then there is no scope for getting too emotional. So yeah, that is one con. Apart from that, yeah, solopreneur is definitely an exciting journey, and more solopreneurs are coming up, especially in India, because the Gen Z, as I have interacted with them and worked with them as well closely, they are a kind of a moody lot. So whenever they want to work and for the kind of people they want to work, they do that. So once they have decided, they do that. There's no second thoughts about it. So it's definitely the right fit for people from the Gen Z. The solopreneur part of it is going to be the next big thing in India, especially. And I hope all of you make the wise decision of being a solopreneur. Definitely, you might want to have some experience first, but yeah, don't waste too much time, because every company, every corporate has their own agenda. A couple of years into the organization and you understand what their priorities are. It's not the employees, it's their profits and their revenues. So definitely I would encourage every one of you, every budding solopreneur, to go ahead with your dreams. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dinesh Vaswani. It was a really amazing speech. And thank you for sharing your perspectives. Um, I would please request you to share your email address in the chat box so that if any of our audience has any questions or if they seek any further information, they can reach out to you.
Sure, definitely. I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's welcome our next speaker, Mr. Mohit Kumar, and I would request him to comment his speech.
Good evening, everyone. This is Mohit Kumar, founder MK Vision, seasoned coach, methodologist, and content writer. It's very glad to be
Yeah,
around
Mohit ji, you're
you
not
all here.
visible. Can you please switch on your webcam?
It's on, it's on, it's switched on.
Is he visible much Bajpai?
No, I can't see his.
Yeah, Mohit, if you can just switch on your webcam, it would be great.
Okay. Is it visible right now?
Mm, I don't think so.
Oh my God. It's actually turned on.
You can just check your device once, maybe.
Yeah, so I will just rejoin. I will just rejoin.
Okay, sure. Rima Kumari, if you're there and you can just drop a opinion poll by then, it would be a pleasure.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, you're visible, Mohit. Please continue.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So, this is Mohit Kumar, founder MK Vision, seasoned coach, content writer, and metallurgist engineer. Today, I am very glad to be around you all, around the amazing audience here. You all are gathered here. It means you are really interested in solopreneurship. Now, solopreneurship is really fantastic and fascinating. Why? Because it offers freedom, as also Mr. Dinesh stated in his statement. So, why no one would like to be in the journey of solopreneurship? It offers you freedom to do your task at your own terms. Now, there's always the other side. And before starting your solopreneurship journey, it is important that you consider the other parts and prepare for it. And for your information, I would like to say that more than 90% of solopreneurs quit in their first year. And that's not only because they lack skills. It can be a reason, but that's not the only reason. The other reason and the major reason that I feel is because of the challenges they face. And it's knock at your door daily. Anxiety, stress, overwhelming thoughts and tasks to do, burnout are regular in solopreneurship journey. And it's very hard to deal. As also my dad says, he is also a businessman who have experience of more than 15 years. So he always tells me when I was going to start my journey that be mentally strong before you jump into the ocean of solopreneurship or entrepreneurship. Why? Because of the challenges you face. Now, I am not here to make you scared or discouraged to start this journey. Of course, start this journey with enthusiasm, but prepare for the challenges, for the storms you will face in this journey. Now, I will share the 4C formula, and I use that in my own journey, and I am doing that from 2.5 years, 2.5 years, and I have crafted this. So, I would like to start with the first C, and that is very crucial and stepping stone, and that is community. Now, community plays a very important role. Why? Because I hope you have heard about the quote that we are the average of the five people we are around with. And that is your community, who you surround yourself with, whom you hang out with. And it's not necessary that it must be five, it can be less or more. Like in my group, it's hardly four. So that's how you've been. Now, how community plays a role. So I will share when I started my freelancing journey, it took me more than 2 months to get my first client, and it was really hard. Now imagine you are outreaching many people, writing emails and sending them your portfolios, but you are not getting any response. And it is very hard to continue when you don't see any results. But in that time, I had my one friend, and she always tells me, Mohit, try once more, just once more. And it kept me going for more than 2 months. And I finally got my first client. And that's how community helps you. There's also I heard in a podcast of Ritesh Agarwal, and there he was telling that when the pandemic was there, hotel industry was running in North, and that time he feels like quit. But then he looked towards his wife, and she encourages him to continue. And that's how community plays a role. I also call this the one factor. You must have one reason that keeps you kept going. It can be your family, yourself, God, if you are a spiritualist. For some, it's their pet, like literally their pet. And so you must have that one factor. The second thing that I would like to state is confidence. Now, if you are doing business for first time, you won't get confidence, and it's okay. You don't need to stuck at this point that when I will be fully prepared, I will arrive for the journey, because you will never be fully prepared. So just start it. If you have enough confidence, just start it. And there's one of other person in my community, Jan Bhatt, and I was a very overthinker, very much I overthink and all. And I stuck in the analysis paralysis. So he told me that KISS, the formula KISS, that is keep it simple and straight. I am repeating, keep it simple and straight. So if you have an idea, just keep it simple and start it. Don't overthink about it. The more you will overthink about it, the more it will persuade to not start it. So just start it, and we get confidence when we start doing things. Thus, for example, if a student is there and he don't feel confident, that is because he is not studying. He is not been putting his work and effort in study. So if you also feel underconfident, put effort into it. And I have a hack for you. Try affirmations. It helps a lot. It helped me a lot. It takes time, but it helps a lot. The third point I would like to mention is consistency. And you need to be consistent and very disciplined. Why? Because the challenges are consistent. If you won't be consistent enough, the challenges will knock at your door, and you will miserably fail. So be consistent, and there will be days when you don't feel like really doing something, and it happens with me a lot. Sometimes I don't even feel like opening my computer, but it's important that you show up. It's okay if you can't write 1,000 letters in a content, like I'm saying, perspective of content writer. So sometimes I don't feel like writing 1,000 words, but I just write 100 words. I just tell myself that I will only write the headlines and I will just research about the topic. So you need to do that, because life is like a smoke. It's like this. My dad told me this when I was in sixth standard, and it changed my life entirely. So life is like this. Just imagine it's like this, and you are at this point. Now there's a smoke which is Dukhanam Asaswatam. So the word Asaswatam means temporary. So everything is temporary in life. If you think you are at this point and you are not going forward, it means you are going backward. You can't stay at one point, and that is, you can see that in everything. Either it's game, study, business, job, anything. Anything is temporary. You can't just stay at one point permanently. Either you go up or go down. So that's why it is important that you show up daily. Even when you don't feel like doing, just one step at a time. And that will be enough. It will have compounding effect. If anyone have heard from the habits of highly effective people, you will know the effect of compounding and how powerful it is. And the fourth C is coach. Now this is the most underrated, and I don't know why people don't really want to have a coach. They don't really want to be around people who constructively criticize them, and that's why they're mad. Like I have three people who really helped me in my journey. They are. I am not saying they must be very expert, but they must be better than you. If you are at Niven 5, they must be at 7. And that's how they win. It's like you are in a pit. You fall in a pit. So you can't get out yourself if it's very deep. You need someone who pull you out, either by a rope or ladder or by giving them their hand. So you need a coach. And that helps a lot. Now it's a question that where can we find coach? And that's can be from your community. Like my coach is from my community, and it's for free also. For those who think like getting coach is very costly, it's not. I have three people and none of them ever asked me for a fee, and they really show interest. You need to work at networking. And I will tell you one hack. If you are genuinely interested in other person, they will contact with you, talk with you genuinely, and that is also very important. So these are the four C's, and I would recommend that work on the four C's, and don't be hopeless because there are many challenges. There will be challenges. If there are no challenges, there will be no fun on getting top of it. So just give your best. I hope it helped you, and thank you.
Thank you for the great speech, Mohit. We really appreciate your contribution. Could you please just share your email ID in the chat box so that if anyone has any queries, they can straight away reach out to you?
Sure.
Sure. Would you like to take it ahead from you, Ms. Bajpayee?
Yeah, sure. Moving on, let's welcome Mr. Hansel Sapkota to share his thoughts.
Hello everyone. Hope you are all doing good. Currently I'm in Australia, Melbourne. So it's 8:01 a.m. right now, and I'm quite confused. I was quite excited about the event that you guys organized. Because it's been so long now that I was preparing for all. I got all these messages and all from Tia and the SK team. But let's start. So I'm currently in Melbourne, doing my side hustle as a solopreneur. And so let me go from the start how it all began and how I reached my 5-figure mark as a content creator, making side hustle writer. So it all started in 2021. So I started in Quora, if you are quite familiar with. I'm not an Indian guy, but I started on Quora writing as a writer, and now I have around 80 million views with 20K plus follower, but I'm quite inactive in that genre. Um, so there I started as a writer, and after writing there for a year, I get an idea that we can earn money through medium.com, and I started writing on Medium. It was kind of a switch for me from Quora to Medium. And after that, I started writing on Medium. I continued there for 2 years. I get around 4K followers, and I switched to Notion. There is a new Notion app which was quite huge on 2023, 2022 in that layer of form. And after that, I start making Notion templates, selling it, talking to a lot of clients through Fivers and all those platforms, taking a lot of US clients, doing their businesses, taking their making their database templates. And it was I didn't in that process of making those things, I didn't realize that I was being a solopreneur because I never thought myself as a solopreneur. I was just taking actions. And through the process, what I've realized that I had make money. I did a lot, made a lot of money, but at the same time, I realized that the person that I was before starting and after I started was completely different. There was a so Solopreneurship is not about making money or gaining followers. You will make money, you will get whatever you wanted as a solopreneur, but it's about changing the person you are from the beginning to the end. So now most of the thing I do is automated. I don't need to do much thing at the moment. I just need to do some post, some tweets on LinkedIn, on my X account, which is Twitter, and that's pretty much it of what I do in my daily basis. I just take some calls and talk. Let's just have a chat with my US clients, and so that's how I automated things as a solopreneur. But the main thing here, what I want to convey you is you can make money, you can get whatever you want. You just need to start. You want to be a writer, you can be a writer. Just start writing. Don't think much. Just start. Open the Quora, just open the Quora account, open the Medium account, and start writing. Start publishing. You will get rejected. You will get no likes. Don't worry about likes. Just start writing. That's the number one step you gotta take if you wanna be a solopreneur. Because failing, and you might have seen a lot of success stories. People talk about a lot of quotes. They say like you need to do a lot of hard work, but hard work is necessary. Along with that, you need to be a bit smartness. You need to be a bit smart because in the technological world where everything is being automated, people are using AI to make like hundred of thousands of dollar. So that is what is crucial at the moment. And you just need to start and do things properly. Just a minute. And sorry for that. And you just need to start doing things. Yeah, just a minute. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Just a minute. Yeah, keys. Okay. Yes. All right. Sorry for that. So that's how you need to do, and that's what you need to do. You need to take action. You need to start whatever you are continuing. You just need to pursue what is your passion, and that's what I really want to convey through this seminar. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a great speech, Hansen. And obviously, I would like to request the audience to put forth their questions, if any. If you have any questions to Hansen or any of our previous speakers for today, you can just raise your hands and ask your question. No questions? Okay. I guess we can proceed here.
All right, then, sure. Um, Thank you, Hansel, for such an amazing speech. Please share your email address in the chat box. If any of the audience has any questions, they can uh, reach out to you. Moving ahead, I would like to invite Ms. Rupa Trivedi, and I request her to comment her speech.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It has been an absolute honor to be part of this lecture today and speaking about the subject that is very close to my heart. It is solopreneurship. The entrepreneurship landscape is evolving nowadays, and we are witnessing unprecedented rise in solopreneurs. Solopreneurs are individuals who build and run their business individually, okay, and single-handed. Today, I want to share my journey as a solopreneur, the lesson I have learned, and drawbacks and benefits of solopreneurship. The rise of solopreneurship is a result of multiple factors. We can see a few of them is changing work environment, technical advancement, and the increasing desire to be independent. More professionals today are choosing to build their own ventures instead of working traditionally in corporate environment. Solopreneurs are not just freelancer or independent contractor; they are business owners who drive their vision forward with complete autonomy. So a few of the advantage of solopreneurships are flexibility and control. Like you will have your own way of flexible work hours, flexibility. You will have control on what projects you would like to take and what would be the vision you want to carry forward in your business. You will have benefit of agility and adaptability. You can quickly pivot to new technologies and update with market trends, so that you don't need to wait for any approval from any investors or partners here. And you will have creativity freedom, like you can anytime do R&D, you can anytime do take risk and use newer technologies and trends, like you can put it your unique solutions to a particular client. You don't need to have any approval from anyone. And also other benefits are lower overhead, like you don't need to maintain too big staff, or you don't need to have too big maintain too big office. So you will have your small office and a few employees would be good enough in solopreneurship, and your operational cost would be minimal, and that will make your financial sustainability. Okay. And also one of benefit is direct customer interaction. Like as a solopreneur, you are directly dealing with your customers. So you understand what are their exactly needs. You understand that what could be other needs of them. You can upscale and rescale their products. And also, you can check out, like you can help them in finding out what other things they may need. So that is also benefit of directly communicating with your direct client. Okay, there are also some drawbacks in solopreneurships. Is one of them is you have to wear multiple hats. Like you have to deal with multiple roles, whether it is HR or operational or finance or everything you need to manage, and you need to have those expertise at least to run your business. And sometimes it takes like a lot of time for you. Like suppose say you are recruiting your team, you cannot give your time, or we can say focus on other important tasks, but that you need to manage somehow. Okay, that is a drawback. Another thing is limited resource, like you will not have always a team or advisor to support you. Whatever business risk you are taking, you are responsible for that. Sometimes you are lacking some expertise, some knowledge. Maybe today we have better solutions that we can take help of Gemini and ChatGPT to give us rational solutions, but you don't have that witty advisor always available to guide you in your business. So that is a we can say uh, a drawback of solopreneurship. And then work-life balance is also challenging, because you have to take decisions of multiple things, and you have to dig into multiple things. So you will day and night you have to keep working on different things, and then the line getting blurred between work life and personal life. Another drawback is financial instability. Like when you are doing a job, you will have upgoing salary every month, and when you are doing solopreneurship, you are not sure whether in this month how much money I would get as a business. So there is some instability would be there in financially, and also yeah. So those are some of the drawbacks being a solopreneur. And yeah, we can have like some way to overcome these drawbacks as well. Like suppose say sometimes we feel solo, like in solopreneurship, when we are working in a company, bigger company, we will have a team. But when we are doing solopreneurship, we will have our staff, but they will not match with our ideas, and we cannot discuss our ideas and plans with them, and we cannot take their advice. So in that way we are becoming solo in ourselves. So for that, what we can do is we can have network of other entrepreneurs, other solopreneurs. We can attend meetings with them, industry events we can attend, we can have networking with such a solopreneurs group we can have online, and we can do networking with them, and we can go ahead for mentoring sessions as well if needed. Another way is to overcome these drawbacks is leveraging technologies. As I say, many times we can take help of ChatGPT or Meta AI to take some decisions where we are not expert with. Like suppose say if I have expertise in a technical thing, but I don't know anything about finance, so I need to discuss with someone who can help me in finance things, or I need to discuss with someone who can help me in legal things. Okay, so in that case, instead of you going ahead and hiring resource for the same, would be too much costly for me for just we can say. For one or two instances, like in that case we can go ahead and take a benefit of chat gpt or Meta AI and take a best decision for that. We can also need to do time management. Like if we are doing multiple things at a time, we have to manage times and we have to stick with our timelines. Like uh, otherwise what happens that if I am doing solopreneur, I will do everything at my time, so it will overhead our work, and it will not solve, because we have to be in sync with our at least team, so that they are also depend on us for some task execution. So we need to be disciplined, and we need to work with them in defined timeline, so it can help you to grow on long run. And also you have to do some financial planning. For that you have to keep some money for we can say uh, you have to keep some money for uh, immediate requirement. For example, you need to diversify your income streams. Like you need to have multiple ways to get your money, and you have to plan accordingly, so that in the case of, or in the scenario of instability, financial instability, if something happening and you don't get business in particular month, suppose you will have some critical requirement, then you can have such money that can you utilize in such bad time. And also, like, you need to do self-care and mental well-being your mental well-being. So for that you need to pursue your hobbies, because and you need to take break timely. You need to enjoy your weekends, vacations, and also are also needed to uh, do supporting and mentorship with others, so that it can help you as a if it is not 100% advisor, they can somehow help you in taking decisions. So yes, doing these we can say networking things, and taking benefit of lasers, you will be in better mental conditions to keep churning for throughout the week, for example. So you need to have proper breaks, so that you can be regenerate yourself, and you can better perform your duties in retro time. So that is my thought. Like it is not easy, but it is not, it is worth anyhow, because with solopreneurship you get freedom, you get creativity, and you get opportunity to do whatever you want and how you want. Like suppose in sometimes, like when you go in bigger organizations, you have to follow their policies. Sometimes you are not agree with them, sometimes it is not as per your as per your values it is not good. But in your solopreneurs, like in your company, you will define your values, you will define your vision, and you can go ahead with your business running with your vision and with your values. So it will make sense to have a solopreneur journey, to have your company, have your business with your defined value. Yeah, that's it from my end.
Um, Thank you, Ms. Rupa Trivedi. It was a really, really wonderful speech. And thank you for sharing your perspectives. So I have a question. Like you talk about how, the cons part or the drawback part of solopreneurship. You talk about how it sometimes is difficult to balance your work and your personal life. So do you have any like tips or ways where we can manage our work life and personal life better?
Yeah, like see, one of the things is we spend our weekend better. Like we, if we are occupied in some time duration, we need to have some time duration that is free time for family, so that we can adjust and balance between the same.
Right, of course. And I have another question. So you talk about the importance of networking, and I feel like sometimes young people find it a little difficult to connect with or network with people around them. So, do you have any tips which young people can use in order to network with, like professionals and solopreneurs?
Yeah, we can create groups in Facebook, we can create groups in LinkedIn, and then connect with same minded, like minded people in the area, so that we can also go for a cup of coffee. For example, over the weekend we can have meetup. If not there is an industrial event, we can have casual meetup with them, we can do casual discussion with them. Suppose I myself is connected with many networking groups. For example, hand group is there for women's entrepreneur, and then I am part of BNI as well, like for networking, and that helps us to connect with other people in the entrepreneurship. But also they help us to get mentorship and support in some way. So the similar way, I have been also part of some other a few other groups, networking groups for women entrepreneurs, where we support each other. We give business to each other if possible, if something comes around me. Apart from them, I have been involved with we can say connected with other. Suppose see, I am founder of Future Tech Vista. It is IT consulting firms. I am also connected with other IT consulting companies, like new IT software companies, to in collaboration with them, so that if they are getting better business, they can share work with me. If I am getting a bigger project, and if I'm facing crunch of resources, I can take their help. So this kind of collaboration keeps going, and it helps us when we are doing networking with others. Not only offline but also online networking helps.
Right, I agree with you. I think networking sometimes opens doors for us, and it's really important in the solopreneurship world. Thank you for answering the questions very
Yeah, Ms.
beautifully.
Trivedi, I guess we
And if
have
you
a
could,
question in the chat box too. We can just have a look at that.
Surely. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
all right, moving ahead. Let's welcome our next speaker,
Ms.
Mr. Shravan
Bajpai, I guess you
Dalipalli.
had a question in the chat box already. Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Rupaji, am I audible?
Yeah, now you are.
Yeah, we had a question in the chat box, Rupaji, for you. If you can
Okay.
just go through it once.
Yeah, please.
Sure. Maybe you can read it out for Rupaji, Ms. Bajpai.
Yeah, sure. The question is that given the rapid technological advancements and shifting market dynamics, what are the top three challenges middle-aged women entrepreneurs face when launching the tech-driven business, and how would you strategically overcome them while ensuring long-term scalability and sustainability?
See, it is not about women or men. First of all, these technology things are beneficial and drawbacks both. So technologies keep changing, and we need to cope up with them. And being a solopreneur, it is your responsibility to keep an eye on coming up new technologies. But it is not always you will always do. All the kind of analysis and R&D work. You will have your team, and you can distribute tasks among them. You can take maximum benefit of your team, and then gather knowledge, share knowledge between the team, and you can go ahead with the knowledge sharing and on upcoming technologies and how to utilize them. Being a solopreneur, as I said, do have an advantage that we can implement newer learned technologies in immediately in our next project, for example, and we don't need to take approval from any partners or any investors to go ahead with that. So we are beneficial over there. I believe that being a woman doesn't make any thing different here. The only thing is work life balance, that is affecting women particularly, because even if they are spending 18 hours on work, they have something in mind that I need to take care of my kid. Even if someone are taking care of your kid or your parents-in-law, husband, but still you have that mentality somewhere inside that I need to look into this. So yeah, that is the one thing, being a woman would be always there. But otherwise there is no different things. Like being a solopreneur for a woman, I believe is better, uh, because I have seen that there are many partiality for women in corporate world. Like I have seen myself. So yes, I can have my vision that okay, in my company I will not allow this. I will have my values that in my company I can avoid these, right? And that also helps, like to be more productive, more technical, and give your 100% in your solopreneurship journey, instead of being a part of a corporate world.
Yeah. Thank you for the response, Ms. Trivedi. I guess we can continue, Ms. Bajpai.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Uh,
thank you for the wonderful, yeah. Thank you for the wonderful speech, Ms. Trivedi. Please do share your email ID in the chat box for any queries that attendees might have. Further moving ahead, I would like to invite Mr. Vallipalli Shravan to share his insights with us today.
Uh,
Welcome,
very,
Shravan.
very good evening, respected CEO, SKNG, Shravan Kumar, fellow founders, uh, active users, and enthusiastic solopreneurs. Before getting into the today's conference, I would like to begin my session with a quote from a great scientist Albert Einstein. Here goes. Everybody is a genius, and if we judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live his whole life thinking it's a stupid. And everyone here in the life, we really think that we really want to become a entrepreneurs, upcoming businessman, want to have a big net worth. So does other founders are making right now. Very young entrepreneurs are coming out of the part of this world of every country, and I feel solopreneurship is not less, but it's a very hard journey. I feel it's a very obstacle part of journey where one solopreneur has to look after right from starting a brand to delivering a brand in the market based on the technology they choose. And yes, I feel being a solopreneur, the one main quality I feel is consistency. Doesn't matter it is for a founder, for a businessman, or an industrialist. Having consistency, determination towards the success is really more important than anything. As we see in the quote said by Albert Einstein, everybody is a genius, but if we judge a fish, like fish can only swim, but it cannot climb. And we feel that the fish will be a stupid by thinking that I cannot climb the tree. So the solopreneurs are someone who are not part of the world but can make compete with the world and the world activities and world solutions. So I would like to present my presentation where it teaches you, it will let you know how a solopreneur and what are solopreneurs' benefits, drawbacks, and how can we compete with the other entrepreneurs, businessmen. So I would like to share. So I kindly request everyone to be follow up the presentation. Having any doubts, please raise your hands. I can answer there, or the chat box I can give you answers. So here it goes. Uh, so is my presentation visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So what's hidden in this 15-minute session? I would like to show you what's in my 15-minute session about solopreneurship. So here is my context page. What is a solopreneurship and benefits of solopreneurship? I have a quiz. I have drawbacks of solopreneurship. I have a case study, a small case study. I have a recommended tools and resource for solopreneur to live a life which no more sets them in a failure of being in a solopreneurship. So the first one is, what is solopreneurship? So every solopreneur wants to build a one-person company. Private, it's a private limited company. Everyone knows that. Where normal private limited company requires team, a co-founder, but solo. If anyone wants to become a solopreneur and wants to start a brand, get into the market, rise your brand. So I really suggest them to go with one-person company where you pay less tax, where you can represent your brand in the market, where you can set your brand free and really to solve the solutions which globally people are facing. So it's more than just working alone. And for a solopreneur, it is very less of 24 hours in a day to work. I feel, for me particularly, personally, I feel even for me 24 hours is less to work for my brand, to build my brand. So solopreneurship is the greatest journey of building and running a business all alone, where one person has to take on multiple roles. See, when I'm 18 years old, I started a brand called Human. For the particular brand, I have to learn many skills, right? From taking to a digital marketing, graphic designer, web designer, app developer, every kind of role I've learned in my college days, so that in my upcoming private limited company, when I set, I should feel I have to look after all the things on my personal justification and modification. So for a solopreneur, I feel the best part is the vision, the strategies, and the execution part to set their brand in the market. So unlikely the traditional entrepreneurs, the way we are seeing right now in the market, they just have a team. They give the team respective work. They say them that to do the work at the respective time, at the expected time, and yeah, they get leads, they generate leads, they get clients. Using the clients, they make profit, they make the sale. It's quite common that every company is making that. But solopreneur is something different, right? He might have very limited customers, but he never let his customers go. He wants to make his customers to have sale for the multiple times. For example, if a solopreneur has chosen a client, or a client has chosen a solopreneur for any graphic designing part, and the solopreneur is a freelancer, so does we call him. So there he wants his customer or a client to deliver a template for $5. So he or she doesn't want the client to lose, first of all, because getting clients for solopreneur is like getting a water in a desert. And here, if we see, it's like unlike traditional entrepreneurs who lead teams, solopreneurs rely on efficiency, automation, and personal expertise to grow. And going into the next slide, what there are top 5 benefits of solopreneurship. Whoever wants to become a solopreneur and very enthusiastic to solopreneur, I suggest these 5 top benefits, like to start their own brand. So here it goes. The first one: full control and decision making. Like, we make all choices from the first part strategy to the last part execution, without needing any approvals or compromises. So the second one is low overhead costs, no employees, no salaries, no large expensive office. Solopreneurs can run, lead to lean businesses efficiently. And third one is the flexible work-life balance, setting our own schedule, when we like to work, when we like to not work, anywhere, any part of the world we can set work, increase our sales, likely to get new customers, new clients, turning it to in our business lifestyle. And the fourth one is the personal brand growth. So every solopreneur wants to have a successful name, fame, credibility, accountability, a direct customer relationship to lead the sale into the next level. And the fifth, the last, the most important benefit of being a solopreneur is unlimited earning potential. Our income depends upon our hard work shift. As I stated, you 24 hours is very less for a solopreneur to work throughout the day. I feel I should get some 30 hours to work as a solopreneur, get more clients, get new clients, making coming out of it new income, new part of projects to be done. So the income is directly tied to our efforts. No salary cap, no fixed pay structure. Nothing is fixed for us to deal with the company. So I have a small quiz. I kindly request everyone to participate. There are just three questions following up to the slide. And before choosing the answer, I have a small hint. Like if you feel like difficult in finding out the right option, I have a small hint. So I kindly request everyone to answer it in the chat box. And here it goes. If you were a solopreneur, what would you do first? This is the first step. So I would like to ask all young solopreneurs and founders also, because they really know their hard journey starting a brand. So I seek some active participation for the follow-up quiz questions. And here it goes. I would like to see the answers in the chat box. So, okay, B, C. Mhm. More answers to be expected. Okay. So likely I'm finding one common answer, which is C and B. Okay. The correct answer for the first question is find your first paying customers. That's the true answer for the first question. And I would like to go for the second part of the question, which is what's the biggest myth about solopreneurship? So solopreneurs don't need team at all. Solopreneurs work less than employees. You must have a lot of money to start, or solopreneurs can scale their business with the right strategy. I want answers, active answers. I want. Okay, C, D. Okay, good. Okay, so I would like to reveal the answer. So the answer is D. Solopreneurs can scale their business with the right strategy, because if they have a strategy, they can draw employees, they can draw uh, clients, they can make good money out of it. So the last final question I want to go is you have 1 hour to work today. What's the smartest move? So I have a small hint. If people are finding this question so hard, so you are a solopreneur with just 1 hour of free time today. What should you focus on? Right. What you have to focus on. Part. What's your focus part should be for 1 hour if you have a thing. So answering emails and responding to messages, engaging with potential clients and customers. Okay. Yeah, that's the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Engaging with potential clients, customers. So there is a saddest part of being a solopreneur, which we have drawbacks in the solopreneurship. I don't want to demotivate anyone. So very less points I would like to raise being a solopreneur. is having a heavy workload where we have to handle everything all alone, doing things structured way, a very precise way, and having unstable income. Sometimes there seems to be loss, and we have to keep expenses from our own pockets, from our own money, and having a limited growth in the brand. And that limitations comes from the clients, or not being proper in the market, not delivering our brand, or not getting proper insights where we expect it to be. So scaling is tough without a team. Yeah, that's what we call solopreneurship is the hardest journey to reach his destiny. And yeah, no paid leaves, and we need to work even on Sundays, because see, I feel it's better to be our own head than someone's tail, right? I don't want to remain myself becoming tail of any uh, like tail of becoming an employee, right? I want to be my own head, not expecting someone asking approvals, taking approvals, waiting in a timeline. This I really don't want to be part of it. And I have a small case study, and I feel this case study is related to a number of people in day-to-day life. So he's Mr. John. He's a talented graphic designer. He left his 9 to 5 job to start his freelancing career and to build a brand or a business. He loved the freedom but soon struggled with inconsistent income, overwhelming workload, and isolation. As we have discussed in the before slide, what benefits we had, right? So does we saw a drawbacks also. It's very close to every solopreneur to have the similar drawbacks, similar benefits, having freedom one side and at the same side no income. So John faced a struggling graphic designer job. He wants to turn his skill into his own brand, but soon struggled with inconsistent income. Even though he works for 7 days, still not reaching to his expectation to become a solopreneur or to lead his brand. And the challenges a solopreneur faced or Mr. John faced are quite similar. Workload overloaded, juggling clients, invoices, marketing alone. See, solopreneur struggles. Yeah, indeed, he struggles. Everyone struggles, right? But solopreneur, I feel one step he struggles more than any other businessman, industrialist, or entrepreneur. He has to look after. He has to have a structured timing, structured agenda to work stable and have the stability in his work thing. And unstable income. Some months were great, some were dry. Like the first 6 months could be best for him to work. The next 6 months, he would be struggling to do this job. Obviously, burnout and isolation. He has to work for hours and hours. He has to replace his team hours and work for himself. But he can come out of it. I really feel he can really come out of it. So he can use some automated tools like Canva that I'm using for presentation. Invoicing softwares, there are many invoicing softwares. They are free, they are paid, and outsource small tasks to freelancer, freeing up their time, creating some passive income by selling their designs templates online and casting out of it money. And I recommend 5 top resources and tools for every entrepreneur to learn to make money out of it. I personally use this, so I'm sharing this. If you have any suggestions or advice over my tools, please be free to uh, discuss in the chat box. So I use these tools. First is my chat GPT to write the script, and the Notion is I don't think so people know about Notion and Zapier. Notion is a project management place where we can set our tasks, clients, client expectation, the justification part, we can really clear out here at Notion. Canva is a multiple purpose uh, tool we can use right from marketing to presentation, idea pitching. For every kind of designing part, Canva is the really best tool to visit to work out of it. Zapier and Notion are very similar, but both of them got their own uniqueness and own usage. And yeah, all purpose Google Workspace where you can host and meeting, store your files, have a calendar, uh, writing down mails, receiving mails. And I feel like becoming a solopreneur is very hard journey. Founders can easily make money out of it because they really have a team and they do the great job. Before I conclude my presentation, I have a question. Uh, it's just to be said yes or no. Every richest man on the like on the planet Earth, every richest man, either he or she would be a entrepreneur or a businessman, right? Every richest man. If you see Asia's richest man or India's richest man, Mukesh Ambani, he's an entrepreneur, he's a businessman, and he's an industrialist. He's the richest man, but every entrepreneur, every businessman cannot be the richest, or not be the richest, right? That's a harsh truth we need to accept. And before I conclude my presentation, my part of speech, I'm new to this solopreneurship. I'm building great projects. One of the great project I've built is 10 minutes fast medicine delivery. I know many companies are competing with me. It's a $1 billion project. I built a prototype, and I'm seeking a good team to execute in the market. And my job is just to make a brand, sell it, cash to money, invest in my new project. Again, it's a chained system. I make projects focusing on the problems in the globe, in the all sectors. And I really thank CEO SKAG for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present my presentation, my myths, benefits, and drawbacks of solopreneurship. Don't feel sad that people are making brands. Create our own uniqueness. We should create our own uniqueness. We have to represent a brand has to represent us. So in that way, we have to go ahead. Consistency is really important. No matter what obstacle we face, we should never leave our brand, never sell our brand. Yeah, if it comes to an end, obviously we have to sell, cast out money, but hope so we focus in the new projects. And thank you one and all for paying attention. It's a really great conference on role of solopreneurship. Thank you, Mr. CEO SKNG, for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Shravanji, for this amazing speech and sharing your wonderful insights. Some of the pointers you pointed out were maybe something that I forgot over this course of time being an entrepreneur too. So thanks for bringing back those memories and those insights. However, I have a small question for you before I let over this over to Ms. Vajpayee.
Yes.
When we are talking of vision, entrepreneurship and business, vision is very important. We all agree to it. Even as a solopreneur, obviously your vision is the most important thing. So like, what is your vision regarding Rivas Private Limited, your own firm? Would you like to share it with all of us, please?
Yeah, sure. First, I have thought to start a one-person company, OPC company. But soon I realized OPC company cannot build more than $100 million company or 100 crore company. So soon I've turned into a private limited company where there is no limit for making net worth or company valuation. Now I'm working in edutech company, and it's a market valuation is 400 billion according to 2025. Uh, I'm competing very hard, and my vision, and I'm the first, and my vision for my company, and it's India's first. Yeah, I'm the whatever the company I'm leading, it's India's first. The vision I feel for it is complete unique. Before going into unique, I feel it can solve the problem where clients users are really facing, and they're really expecting someone can do this. And yeah, I look forward to make fulfill out of it. But no matter what, my vision is to make
So yes, Mr. Shawan had a small network issue.
He has joined back.
yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, sorry. So no matter what, never leave your company. Think your company is your shadow. Your brand is your shadow. So we don't shadow doesn't leave us. We don't leave our shadow. Have a perspective vision, and let your vision lead you, and you lead your vision. And yeah, destiny is ultimate, no matter what. So thank you for having me in this conference.
Just last question, Shravanji, before we can pass on the panel again. And this question is out of excitement, barely, since most of this audience that we have in today's conference and also the subscribers of our YouTube channel will be watching this live stream are either aspiring entrepreneurs or existing entrepreneurs. So, basic question from those aspiring entrepreneurs viewpoint: what is that one mistake that you might have made as an entrepreneur that you would suggest the other aspiring entrepreneurs avoid?
Okay. Uh, Basically, I have no team. Uh, if I speak from entrepreneur's point of view, I don't have any team. I built my company. I've designed my logo. I've did my website, no code website, and I did my app developer because I've learned all the skills in my college days so that I don't struggle right now to seek any team member. And yeah, one mistake I feel, the major mistake, without a team we cannot lead a brand, right? If you all think that I can lead a brand without a team, then we have to work in shadows, so where we shouldn't reveal our face, but it should reflect our brand. Team is really important because we can share our work, we can get the work done in the limited time as we expect it to be done in a day. But for a solopreneur, it takes 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. But it doesn't take it for the team because we work together and we share the insights, we work accordingly. We have a precise time, a particular structured time. So for launching a brand, team is really important. Team size really executes the company growth, because one example I want to give, everyone knows Zero, the company. It has limited team members, 40 to 48 team members, and they have made 4,300 cr in the fiscal year 2024-2025. And you can see 48 members, team member 48 people who are working in Zeroda are quality. They have a structured vision for the company, having their different roles. So please don't make mistake for not having a team member. Create team, hire interns. I'm also looking for a great team because I am building a, I'm not just building a multi-million dollar company. I'm just building a solution for which till this date no one is really trying to do it. Where entrepreneurs are not really focusing. They're just focusing on the brands which are making multi-million dollar company. uh, so I'm just focusing on the solution. Obviously, out of solution I can make revenue out of it. So make sure your vision is clear, and the mistake you shouldn't never do it is like having no team. Because if you have team, you can make it in one day. You can make a revenue in one day also. Yeah, this is my answer for one mistake that every entrepreneur, solopreneur, or a business person or businessman can make it happen. Have a great team so that it reflects your brand. Yeah.
That was the perfect answer, Shravanji. Thank you. Ms. Bajpa, if you would like to take it out from here.
Sure. So, firstly, Mr. Shravan, it was a really amazing speech, and you articulated everything really beautifully, all the points, all the benefits and drawbacks. Although I have a question. So, in your second question, I think a myth about solopreneurship that they can scale their businesses if they have a good strategy. So my question is, why can't a solopreneur scale their business? Is it in regards with the having a small market?
Uh, yeah, solopreneurs are someone who never chooses what's the market size. They really want to deliver their brand in the market. Uh, if we visit to New York at Times Squares, we see a number of buildings there, very large buildings, very $1 billion buildings we see. In front of it, we are standing is something like we cannot reach to that level. It's something it shows that we have to build a company like this. We have to build a building like this, lead a company. I personally feel, see, I'm building as a solopreneur. I'm building a company. I'm building projects actually, which is very close to Zepto, and yeah, I'm trying really hard to build the prototype. If once it's successful, I don't think so. I could remain a solopreneur because I would having a great team and vision. I just feel vision is so important irrespective to the market. Doesn't matter your market is a 1 rupee market or a $1 billion market. Vision, keep a vision, work on it. Doesn't matter if you lose your consistency also, come back to it, again work. Again we lose because I just feel more than peaceful areas, solopreneur faces many obstacles. More than acceptancy, solopreneurs faces rejections. I personally faced many rejections. So it made me a great journey to accept it that rejection is also part of my vision, right? And doesn't matter market is big or large. Keep a vision and go accordingly, so that after letting us in the market will identify us. Actually, market will let us demonstrate that okay, he came from a small company, now he's making $1 million company, and he's a solo. So that second, market is going to speak about us. Market is going to really reveal what we have chosen for the customers, for the clients. Yeah, this is what I personally feel. uh, Solopreneurship, I feel so sad and uh, so hard to choose that kind of job. I don't, more than a job, it's a life where they struggled, where they faced rejections, obstacles from all the different sides, occupied with a very hard work, hardship. So yeah.
Okay, thank you for that answer. And if you could share your email address in the chat box so that if any of our audience has any questions, they can reach out to you.
Yeah, sure.
Now, as we come to the close of this remarkable conference, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to each and every one of you. The knowledge shared, the insights gained, and the connections made have all contributed to the success of this event. We are truly, truly grateful for your participation. As we wrap up this conference, we kindly request all attendees and speakers to take a moment to provide their valuable feedback and reviews on Google Meet. Your input and thoughts are highly appreciated as they will help us improve our future events and continue delivering high quality conferences. Thank you for your participation and for being an integral part of this remarkable conference. We look forward to your reviews and hope to see you at Conference 4.3 tomorrow again. Until we meet, stay inspired, keep dreaming, and continue to strive for excellence. Thank you and farewell for now.
Have a great day, everyone, and please do join us for session 3 tomorrow.